Hello, bays. It's January, it's a new year, and that means a new techo. So I'm gonna show you how I set mine up, how I've changed my mind. Hopefully it'll be interesting, and let's get started. So I chose the red bus cover. The one I really wanted was the blue one that had a bunch of cartoon animals, but that one was always sold out. So I kind of compromised, I guess, but not really, because I've really grown to love it. And I shot another video, and all the comments were like, oh my gosh, I love your cover. So, in hindsight, I'm really glad I chose her. I like to use mine for daily memory keeping. So, I'm gonna use these pockets for some scraps I'll glue inside of my journal later. It's actually incredibly hard to make a video like this because a journal is so personal and I'm not trying to spoil my privacy over here, so I'm gonna cover some stuff up. In my monthly spreads, I'm drawing one little thing a day, and they're usually cute animals, no fancy anatomy, little stick figures. Well, I guess this is more like what's it called? A Smith's key. Yeah, I like to keep it simple because I can't fail. I love to draw, and if my drawings are ugly and really sophisticated on this page, I would get very sad. But yeah, I just like to summarize my day. Like this day, I went to the mall for a walk because it's like, how am I gonna exercise? I'm gonna window shop. This is the first day it snowed. So cute. And I was on the highway and saw a dog sticking his head out of the car, enjoying the snow. I thought it was so cute. It's like, I don't want to lose this memory, so I'm gonna have to document it on this page. I really love this because at the end of the month it looks so cool, and I really find that I'm not gonna read through everything if I just write words. I'd much rather have a visual to draw me in. I used to try and write something I'm grateful for, like 3 gratitude things. Oh, I don't have time to read all that, okay? I'm just gonna look at the pictures I drew. And since they're cute, they're in the same pen color, it's cohesive. This tingles my brain. For this type of monthly spread situation, at first I was gonna write down what I'm looking forward to, but I don't know. It didn't feel right because I would feel bad if I don't have stuff to look forward to every month. It was kind of creating pressure for me. I really don't need that in my life. This is supposed to be a journal for enjoyment, for improvement, things like that. So instead, I turned it into a habit tracker. I did drawing, Japanese, and workout. I'm kind of experimenting with how I'm gonna fill it in. I used to do black for things I didn't achieve that day, but now I'm trying to opt for these X's because it's just faster and I guess less harsh than black boxes, in my opinion. As for workouts, I broke this down a little bit more in detail than my other habits. I have dancing and gym because this year I'm trying to go to dance classes more, and this helps me visually track what kind of activity I'm doing. And blue is for gym, so weightlifting at the gym, things like that. Yeah, this helps me see if there's a huge gap in exercise, and if I find a huge gap, I know, okay, I'm slacking off a little bit, it's probably time to get myself back together and exercise some more. I have a separate type of habit tracker here. These are from the download city on the hobonichi website, and it counts down to 365. This one for me is to wake up early every single day, and this one is the amount of problems I did for coding practice. I opted for this format for, like practice questions because it's kind of hard to try and complete a problem every day if it takes time for you to figure it out. So I'd much rather do a count instead of getting demotivated based on, okay, today I couldn't solve that problem. That's a bummer. I can't put my check mark down and feel good about it. So instead, I'll aim to do 365 problems a year. I really don't know what I'll do with the monthly pages like this, but so far I've just stuck cute good wishes from my friends. Lately I've been into snail mail, so I'm getting these little artifacts. So maybe, I don't know. I'm kind of trying to not get stressed out about how everything's set up. So whatever I please, There's no really set plan for this type of page so far. To the meat of the journal, these are what my daily pages look like. I document some thoughts I have, what I've observed. Sometimes they're a little bit deep, like a realization or epiphany I'm having in life, or it's kind of venting, but most of the time it's what I did. And I just try to freeform and see what comes to my brain and try to make it pretty. Because there's really no set goal for this journal other than to really document my life and not feel like life is passing by, but that I'm actually living in it and being mindful and being present. And this is really helping me do that. My strategy is always to first paste down any pictures that I have and then go ham with whatever text I want to write, then go ham with any stickers that I want to put on and decorate. And that way it's really easy to fill up the space because another thing about journals is you want to keep on feeling the momentum of filling it up. So I really needed a system for me to do that without any pressure. So like here, I drew something super big. Super big, fills up most of the space. There's really not much text, and the rest are just little floral decorations. And I say, okay, I call it a day. I did my journal, check, success, time for bed. I'm using the favorites page for my favorites the way it's intended, but it doesn't have to be very specific. Like this one, I just say, oh my gosh, I rediscovered physical media and I'm so in love. Like I got a CD player recently and I don't know, it's a different vibe even though it's less convenient. I just really love it. And then I went on a Sonic binge. I watched all 3 Sonic movies. I was like, oh my god, this is awesome. So yeah, anything that comes to mind, I'm just gonna note it down. For my 100, I wanted to note down ways that I'm loving myself, things I love about myself that I feel like are areas of growth for me, or things I appreciate. You know, it's a mix of gratitude, a mix of growth, a mix of observations. And I just wanted to keep it positive because a lot of people use this as a bucket list. Again, in previous journals I've kept, I feel like setting all these goals are putting pressure on me. My goal for this one is just to enjoy. Okay? If there are too many conditions in this journal, I feel like I'm not living up to them, that I will abandon it. And this is this is not cheap, okay? We can't just abandon this. So I'm trying to succeed to get to the end of the year over here. I have a pencil board here that I bought. Honestly, I don't really find myself using it that much because I mostly use really thin pens and felt tip markers, so they don't really make marks on the other side of the page. Never really had to use this, and I find it kind of falls out towards the beginning of my journal when it's wedged in there like a bookmark. So I don't know. Since I have one, I guess I don't have to repurchase it every single year, but so far I haven't seen much benefit to a pencil board. For me, a hobonichi techo is really for enjoyment. I kept on saying, okay, I have various goals about this journal, and part of it is to become a better me, track my habits, try to be consistent, try to become a better person. My personality can quickly spiral into something toxic, like toxic productivity, if that makes sense, of trying to be like, go, I have to improve, otherwise I'm so worthless, blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to not be like that, but I acknowledge it's part of me that it just is. So I try to integrate them in a healthy way in this journal. On the daily pages, I try to focus on making memories, understanding myself more, any revelations I have, any thoughts I have, maybe some venting, what I did, stuff like that. And for other pages, okay, I do the habit tracking without putting too many parameters on it. I'm trying to approach all the habit tracking in this journal in a friendly, forgiving way. Let me tell you, if you want to do daily pages Just lots of pictures. Take lots of pictures, have some sort of photo printer or print it out and cut it out, okay? Have big things to fill the space and then write things next to them. That's how I kept consistent with daily entries. Otherwise, it's really a lot. A page a day is a lot of commitment. At first, when I did the daily journaling, I bought a small Midori notebook, like something this thin, and it was the perfect amount of pages for 3 months of daily journaling. I did that for 3 months straight. I was like, wait, I actually really, really enjoy this. And then I decided when the new year comes, I'm gonna get a hobonichi techo. And that's exactly what I did. Honestly, I don't think it matters what kind of journal you had. This is just kind of an enthusiast journal that has a community, has little systems built inside for your convenience. But honestly, I can probably get the same amount of joy out of any other journal. Like just a blank journal with okay paper, it will give me the same amount of happiness. My takeaway is this practice of journaling is fun, it's really mindful, and it's helped me understand myself a lot more. Because when you write things down every single day, you do notice patterns. And when things are in a bad cycle, you get to acknowledge them and make different choices. So I really enjoy it. I found a way for me to keep this up. It satisfies my need to be organized, but it also looks aesthetic, but it's also not too tedious to keep every single day. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy listening to my system. I'd love to know yours or if you have any suggestions for me. So until next time, bye bye!